The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback. First down. Levy throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Let's go.
To throw on second down. Levy, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Here's the Panthers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. This is taken at about the 14. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. Nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Copeland. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. Copeland. Throw left side complete. It's Edwards. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
To throw on 2nd down, Levy. Wide open receiver complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And the defense comes onto the field for the first time, and it is a unit that struggled a week ago.
So they're looking for a fast start, Brandon. Can they create a turnover early? Can they take the ball away? That's what this unit's looking for to get back on the beam.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Back to throw. Levy. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Let's go! Blue Lightning! Blue Lightning!
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. From the gun on 3rd down. Levy. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he is going to field that one. Knocked down hard. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Nothing like confidence, is there? When you've played well the week before, you can't wait to get back on the field and do it again.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. From the gun, Copeland. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. And they're moving.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. Looking to throw. Copeland. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw. Copeland. And that is incomplete.
And no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 33. 31 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. 2 seconds to go, first quarter.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19.
On 1st and 10, Levy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So we played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. The Panthers off to the early lead. We're back to Uptown Charlotte after this timeout. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
And he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And they'll go on the ground. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Looking to throw. Copeland. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out-leveraging the offense.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Hurry up, here we go.
Throwing on first down. Levy. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Off play action. Levy. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Partner, I know that ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Operating from the gun. Levy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here's the Panthers punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They run the counter now on first down. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Back to throw. Copeland. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half-second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? First down, Levy throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it second down. Looking to throw on second down. Levy, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Point after here coming up. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And he'll give it here to his running back. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here we go now.
On 3rd down, Levy. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. He got 29 yards that time.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st and 10, Levy. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. We're just 2 minutes away from sending you to Orlando for Larry Ridley in our EA Sports Halftime Report, so don't forget about that coming up shortly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a halftime without him, and we thank him for doing the highlights. Let's go get a snack.
Hurry up, here we go.
To throw on 2nd down, Levy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
From the gun, Levy. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Throwing on 1st down, Levy. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Here we go. Blue, 90.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Levy. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game.
Hurry up, here we go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Levy. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To throw on second down. Copeland, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw. Copeland. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Second down following the incompletion.
Here we go. Green.
Throwing again. Copeland. And this is incomplete. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green.
Back to throw. Copeland. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On first down, Copeland. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Here we go. 3-19.
To throw again, Copeland. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Panthers are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Saints just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Now 1st and 10. Levy's on target here, and this long run goes for a touchdown, pushing the lead to 10. Panthers with it now early in the second. Potter's got the sack here. This ends up as a loss of 9. About halfway through the second. On the run, the ball comes loose. Saints recover the ball and return it for a touchdown. Saints now down by just 3. 1st and 10. Collette's going to get the quarterback here. This ends up as a loss of 9. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with him. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. A good pickup there, a 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
Looking to throw on second down. Copeland over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Off the play fake. Copeland. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And taken right on the 30. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Throwing again. Levy. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Levy. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Three yards remaining here on second down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
The Saints on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Copeland. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Levy, his throw incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Set. Blue 90.
To throw on 3rd down. Levy. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's the Panthers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
A carry here for the big tight end. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So here we go, first and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
To throw on second down, Copeland. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first and 10, Copeland. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Let's go!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a New Orleans first down. 4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Copeland throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gonzalez. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive.
Let's go. 319. 319.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the 4, it's 2nd, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints can take the lead if they can hit the extra point. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on 2nd down. Levy. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
On 3rd down, Levy. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Throwing on first down. Levy. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw on second down. Levy. And some space here. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. The Panthers on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 14.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun. Levy. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. Don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and stiff.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 36 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. To throw. Copeland got his man complete over the middle. It's Simmons. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to throw. Copeland toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. Copeland. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Simmons. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On 3rd down, it's Edwards. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On 1st down, Copeland. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. To throw on 2nd down, Copeland. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. On 1st and 10, Levy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Back to throw. Levy, and he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Looking to throw. Levy, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Levy. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Levy. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Levy. Powerful running. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. From the gun on 3rd down. Levy. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Carolina, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. They'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.